What's going on? It is Amp from Tampa. And what is coming up is something that's very big to me. It is the 8th grade banquet for my son Caleb. So the first thing we did was we came to GK Fashions, which is in Tampa. I looked around and I went to like Macy's, Burlington. They didn't have anything that would stand out to me. And my 8th grade banquet was dreadful. So I'm like, come on, let's go here and find something that works for Caleb. Now, I came here a couple of days before. I brought him with me. But of course, I needed to bring him along so that he could pretty much see what he likes. And then we could get him fitted for it for sure.
I like this, but I'm still going to leave it up to him.
So one of the very first things we seen was this green suede. The jacket was really nice. It came with black pants. And this one was honestly my favorite. It was a little bigger. It was in the 18, but at that time I didn't know what size is going to fit him perfectly. So I said, let's go ahead and try this one out. Now, he likes another color. And like I said, we're going to leave this up to him. So he picked out another one, which I know he likes, like a mauve pink color. He kind of likes that color. So I say, okay, let's let him see this one and let's see how he feels about this one. So, of course, when I found it, I gave it to him and I'm like, check out these two here. He was already kind of hesitant on the one that I picked up. So I'm like, okay, well, let's let you look for one and we'll put them side by side. And then ultimately you let us know which one you like. Lo and behold, he got both of them and he was immediately like, I like the pink. I want to go with this one. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go try both of them on and let's just see how they fit. So at this time, we can at least find out what size you wear. And then we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? If the one that you like fits perfectly, then we'll know. So we got here, we put the green on. Y'all check the green out. I like the green. You got to let me know in the comments below if you think the green was nice or if you like the mauve pink color better. Now, the green, again, came with black pants, but he felt like, he was like, oh, it's kind of like a suede feel. But honestly, the green was too big. When we got with the person that actually does the fitting, she said this was a little bit too big. Once it's buttoned up, you'll know for sure. This is the one that he actually loves. So he got it buttoned up and she told us that this actually fit him perfectly. So he's a 16. So we ended up going with the 16, of course, because Caleb really likes this. So we got the rest of the suit and then we headed to the dressing room so we can see how the rest of it looks. Got into the dressing room, we got the pants and put those on. With this suit, it was pretty much the color match, pretty much the jacket and the pants were the same color. It's a little wrinkle, so y'all know if we go through with this one, I'm going to have to take it to the cleaner so they can have everything squared away by the time the dance. So the dance is actually coming up this Friday, so we have to make sure we got that together. They were a little bit lower, so they would go ahead and hem the pants. She came over and they do this, so she was really good at it. She put it right at the ankle so that when he wears the shoes, it'll fit perfectly because it was a little bit droopy over, down to his foot. But she showed me where they were hemming at. So I'm like, okay, let's make sure they're on your waist so we can have the hemming properly. Of course, we still got to get a belt as well. So I said, okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and go with this. Now, the suit also came with like a vest. I don't think he's going to put the vest on. It came with a tie as well. I don't know if we're going to go through with that part of it. The shirt that it came with was a 16. Now, they don't sell slim fit in kids. So she said what's going to look better is a smaller size. So we went with a 14. She actually gave us a red 14. Now, we are not going with red. Caleb thought we was. We're not doing red. We're doing white. But she said if you go down a size, then it looks like a slim fit for kids because they don't sell the slim fit in kids. So I'm like, okay. Now, we seen the neighbors that were next to us. Caleb did not think that people were wearing suits to the 8th grade banquet. I'm like, boy, yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm overly excited. This is my boy 8th grade banquet, and he think he ain't wearing no suit. You is wearing a suit. So we did go ahead and try the 14. That worked out perfectly. When she seen it, she said, okay, they would get a white one for us on our way to check out. Now, surprisingly, I wasn't really happy that we had to buy an additional 14 white shirt. along with the 16 that came with the suit. I thought that they would just swap it out. So I wasn't too happy about that because I'm like, what are we going to do with a 14 and a 16? Why wouldn't y'all just swap it out? We don't need the 16. So we seen that the sleeves on it, she said he's going to be like, she said you probably want to keep an eye on it because later on he has longer arms. We did decide to go with the mauve pinkish color because this was his favorite. He actually liked this one. So I'm like, okay. So we got everything packed up. We headed out to check out. We actually needed to get the white shirt prior to us actually leaving. So we went and looked around for it, and we didn't know where it was. But I guess at checkout, she let us know that they would go ahead and get the shirt for us. Now, I do recommend this place, like if you're going to Tampa. If you guys are in Tampa or you know any better places online, in the comments, let me know because, you know, this was the only place that I knew that was, like, unique, that could give me something different. I know y'all see on the internet a lot of the boys that go to prom, and y'all see they have, like, their own style. So I knew that places like Burlington, places like Macy's, wouldn't sell things like that. It'd probably be a little bit more bland. And the dad that I am, I wanted my boy to stand out. And I still wanted him to pick something that he's seen. I had been waiting for this day because I seen a lot of the parents showing their kids and what they had on. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of that stuff didn't come from like basic locations. They were getting them from places that they could kind of pick what they wanted. Kind of, you know, tailor it to their child's unique style or the parent style. So he came in a little nonchalant, like he didn't really care about it. But by the time we got in, he was very into it. He seen the other kids that were here and seen that everybody was getting prepared for the 8th grade banquet. So now he's getting like, okay, let's do this. Let's find me something to wear. What kind of shirt, what kind of shoes am I going to get? Am I going to need a belt, Dad? So I'm like, we're going to make sure everything looks really good. This is just the part where you guys are just seeing us getting everything. So I am still going to keep you guys tuned in for the process of when we get Caleb dressed up until we get Caleb dropped off to the 8th grade banquet on Friday. I did leave the pants with them. They gave us all the rest of the pieces, and they told us that we could come back on Monday. She told me everything would be ready. Just come back with the receipt by Monday, and they would give me the pants. So, of course, after I do that, I need to drop it off to the cleaners, and hopefully they won't have it longer than like a day or two because I still had to get the shoes, and then I still got to take him to get his hair done. So this is a whole process. Haircut, but it was pretty smooth. I ended up paying about $150 for everything, which wasn't too bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in Tampa and you want to try GK Fashions, I like this.